Okay. It is Thursday morning, May 19th, 2022. And things are popping off. A whole bunch of things going on. Nice, new, fresh, big records going on. Like, rejuvenated. And I took a shower. So, and you know, something that occurred to me. Like, I appreciate you guys that follow this channel, and I don't put like the technical effort that a lot of these channels do, because I just put it out there. It sounds good. I mean, it's screen capture, but I don't have like a bunch of slick things and cameras everywhere and slow-mo and product placement. That's just not me. Well, it's cool that they do it. It's just not for me. So, yeah, because I was watching a video the other day. I was like, man, this video is so slick. And I have a producer's mind, so I'm looking. I could do it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that would ever happen. So, I appreciate you guys for being here. All right, so we've been going through some different microphones. I have a U87 AI, a Neumann U87 AI. I have a Pearlman TM47, which is kind of a 47 clone with like a vintage old school tube. And I have an SM7. And I've been figuring out, just getting everything basics jiving. I've got some females that are going to come in and do some testing so I can, kind of hear this on different. I'm trying to get these at even. Anyway, I just want to play this for you. This is the test of the last day again, but this is going to be now. These here are with the BAE 1073 MP, and then these are with the API 512. And they're all going through the CL1B, and like I said in the video from yesterday, I try to do some video shooting here in the studio, but with all the gear, it's just a little too much frenetic noise going on. So these were me in the vocal booth. So I think probably I would not have used as much compression, if I'm like tracking a singer, but I don't know. You'd have to hear it in a track. And that's what's going to be coming, is stuff in tracks. But this is what we have, and I want you guys to hear it and tell me what you think. So here's the 87 into the Brent Averill 1073. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart. Yeah, that's nice. And now the same thing into the API. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart. So BAE. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart. And API. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart. The API with the CL1B and an 87 is very popular in Nashville. They also use the Manley Reference Gold and maybe C800, but this is very much the Nashville sound right here with the API. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do. And BAE. Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around. To me, more similar than different. The BAE has more, it's like the API is more focused. The BAE has more lows and more kind of upper. I don't know. They both sound great, right? I don't know. So here's BAE. This is now with the Pearlman TM47. BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
Yeah, that's really nice. Jeez. Whew. Pearlman with API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today.
For some reason, I don't like that immediately. And sometimes, you get that immediate feeling of something you see. I like the API better with the 87. API Pearlman.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here.
Now, maybe it's fine. Maybe just coming from the BAE, it was weird. Back to the BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
And API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around.
It's too closed in. That narrower bandwidth, so this is just my opinion, it seems like on that API, that narrower, more focused sound is kind of like doing this to the 47, where with the 87, it was fine because then the 87 has kind of more, I don't know. I can hear it though. Here's SM7 BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
And then SM7 API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today.
See, I don't like that either. That's so weird. Like, that sounds like this.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my... Wow.
I keep forgetting the words. BAE with the SM7.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it.
47 with the BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I...
And all right, so here's the 87 with the BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to...
See, the thing is with the 47, I like the 47 definitely with the BAE, but I would probably hit the CL1B less, right? Because now you got kind of like 2 tubes or 3 tubes. I think there's 2 tubes in the CL1B. So you got a lot of tubes here. So if you like that, like, super gooey, warm thing, you probably like this. But here's the 47 with the BAE. Again, hitting that CL1B, decent amount.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn...
It does sound nice. That's obviously no EQ. There's nothing there.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
And then 47 with the API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again.
No, there's something a little, I don't know. It's cool though. Also your ear approximates to all this stuff. Here's the 87 with the API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
87 BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And
I think I like the BAE just in general better on vocals. On the 87, I could go either way, but on the 47, the SM7, I definitely like the more Neve sound. Here's 87 BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. And I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
And then 87 API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today.
See, I like that too. So here, I'll let you listen to it. Sorry about that. 87 API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today. and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so we'll just go through these mics each time, one more time, and then we'll make this. I got to get my kids to school. So here's the 87 with the Brent Averill or BAE. Man, can't stop doing that. I got to stop calling it Brent Averill.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again.
47.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again.
And SM7.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again.
You can hear a little bit more of that in my voice. There is some of that in my voice. The SM7 brings out more of some of that. It brings out some of that. It was real weird with the API. Here's that SM7 with the API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today.
Musty. It's like somebody needs a shower. 47 API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and
That's nice. And then 87 API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again.
One thing I've noticed in general about the CL1B is it tames a little bit of that thing. So I like the sound of the 87. Especially for rock stuff, it just has like a thing, but sometimes it has too much of a thing. It's not so much that, well, the 87 has a little too much of a thing, like a little like too much like fangy, khaki, like more upper mid range, higher stuff. Like I don't know, 4K. I don't know. I don't normally talk like that 4K, but there's probably people here that's how they think about it. So we'll. But what happens is, so if you get a singer that has a lot of that going on, then you've got kind of like, salting a steak is good. Putting a pound of salt on a steak, probably not so good. But the CL1B definitely like thickens up the top of that 87. Here's the 87 with the API.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn.
And all of this is going through the Burl B2, which has a transformer. That's going to be the next video. I'm going to get a couple of these sounds going. We're going to track them with the Burl, and then we'll come back and we'll track them with the Avid HDIO, which is going to be cleaner. Because maybe, there's a lot of mojo going on here, and it's cool. It's a lot, though. This is the 87 and the BAE.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here.
No, that sounds great, though, man. Good Lord.
Well, I climb mountains just to be here today, and I turn around and I do it again. You've got my heart beating a new way, and that's why we're up.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, well, you guys tell me what you think. Yeah, that's just really good. Yeah, I like that. Kind of want to listen to that one more time. 87 BAE.
Well, I climb.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Like and subscribe.